and imbibe the deep spirituality that you can extract from these bhajans. Namaste, and may God bless all of us. Om Indram Vardhanto Apturaha Kranvanto Vishwamaryam Apaghnanto Aravnaha.
जो बोले सो अभय।
वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय।
समाज की जय हो, करो प्रचार दुनिया में कि वैदिक धर्म की जय हो।
कहो एक बार हे मित्रों, सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
Oh friends, come let us all proclaim with one voice, Vedic Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Come let us pool our resources to disseminate this dharma in all communities. सनातन धर्म है सच्चा कि गाया जिसको वेदों ने।
सनातन धर्म है सच्चा कि गाया जिसको वेदों में।
लगाओ मन इसी में तुम, सनातन धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों, सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
कहो एक बार हे मित्रों, सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
Vedic Satya Sanatan Dharma is a true way because it is taught by God in Ved. Oh, let your mind be immersed in this dharma. सनातन धर्म रक्षाहित हजारों कट मरे रण में।
सनातन धर्म रक्षाहित हजारों कट मरे रण में।
कभी मुख को नहीं मोड़ा, सनातन धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों, सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
कहो एक बार हे मित्रों, सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
Many heroes gave up their lives for the furtherance of this dharma. O you Arya Samaji, O you Sanatan Dharmi, never turn away from this dharma. ऋषि संतान होने का जो दावा मन में रखते हो।
ऋषि संतान होने का जो दावा मन में रखते हो।
न छोड़ो धर्म अपने को, वैदिक धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों, सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
कहो एक बार हे मित्रों,
Arya Samaji and Sanatan Dharmi. You claim to be a child of the rishis. You must never, you can never abandon Vedic Satya Sanatan Dharma. ये बिनती श्याम करता है दोनों कर जोड़ कर भगवन।
ये विनती श्याम करता है दोनों कर जोड़ कर भगवन।
सकल संसार में स्वामी सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
कहो एक बार हे मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो। कहो एक बार हे मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
तू ही जहां में अंतर्यामी। तू ही जहां में अंतर्यामी। अंतकरण का भी तू ही है स्वामी। फिर भी मेरा मन तुझे मिल न पाए। क्या करूँ हाय कुछ नहीं होता है। क्या करूँ हाय कुछ नहीं होता है।
तू ही जहां में अंतर्यामी। अंतःकरण का भी तू ही है स्वामी। फिर भी मेरा मन तुझे मिल न पाए। क्या करूँ हाय कुछ नहीं होता है। क्या करूँ हाय कुछ नहीं होता है।
कोई बनाए मूरत तेरी पर है नहीं कुछ सूरत तेरी। कैसे मैं ओ भगवन तुमसे मिलूं तू ही बता। फिर भी मेरा मन तुझे मिल न पाए। क्या करूँ हाय कुछ नहीं होता है। क्या करूँ हाय कुछ नहीं होता है। To relate to you, Master, in many civilizations they've made images out of you. But the fact is that you have no hands, you have no feet, you have no body limbs. Tell me, God, how can I find you? You are present in everything, Lord, from the most huge to the most infinitesimal, and still I can't see you. You pervade every atom, you pervade even me, but still you are not visible. Tell me, Lord, how can I find you?
तू ही जहां में अंतर्यामी, अंतःकरण का भी तू ही है स्वामी। फिर भी मेरा मन तुझे मिल न पाए, क्या करूँ हाय, कुछ नहीं होता है, क्या करूँ हाय, कुछ नहीं होता है।
प्रभु का नाम कुछ जप ले, धर्म के काम कुछ कर ले। तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है, तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है।
प्रभु का नाम कुछ जप ले, धर्म के काम कुछ कर ले। तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है, तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है।
Chant God's name for a few moments, O mankind, and do some dharmic virtuous works. Why are you lost in wrong priorities? अब तक यूं ही खाया खेला, अब तक यूं ही खाया खेला। किसका पैसा किसका ढेला, दुनियादारी एक झमेला। जिसे तू कहता अपना है, अरे पगले वो सपना है। ये मतलब का जहां है, ये मतलब का जहां है।
प्रभु का नाम कुछ जप ले, धर्म के काम कुछ कर ले। तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है, तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है।
All you have done thus far is enjoy pleasures and frolic around. You think that all this wealth will stay with you forever, and so you feel complacent, O man. यहाँ 2 दिन का रैन बसेरा, यहाँ 2 दिन का रैन बसेरा। उड़ जाए फिर हंस अकेला, मांगल पगले कहना मेरा। लगा कर भक्ति में मन को सफल कर ले तू जीवन को। समय तुमको कहाँ है, समय तुमको कहाँ है। प्रभु का नाम कुछ जप ले, धर्म के काम कुछ कर ले। तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है, तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है। You came to live for 2 days in this world. Your bird-like soul will one day fly away all alone. Before this happens, O you mankind, devote your energies to God and make your brief stay in this world successful. Time is running out on you.
Test, mic test.
काम कुछ कर ले। तू मोह में क्यों पड़ा है,
वतन जो मिला।
Okay. Good afternoon. Is that okay? Is that too loud or what? You know, I have a loud voice to begin with. My wife always keeps telling me, calm, keep calm. You're shouting. But you see, I wear hearing aids. Sometimes I can't tell. Okay. Oh, here? Like this? Okay, great. All right. As we get settled, we're going to get started. Let me see. You know, I know when Guyanese say 1 o'clock, it's not really 1 o'clock, you know. But we'll get started. We have a long afternoon. And what we'll do, just so you know, I'm just going to welcome everyone, and then we're going to have the Hawan. The Hawan will be what? Maybe about an hour or so. And then we're going to have some speeches and some singing. But I want to tell you, food is available downstairs at any time. So anytime you feel hungry and would like to take a break, go down and take a snack, because there's a TV downstairs that you can see everything that's going on. So if you feel like you want to have a snack, go down, no problem. And you wouldn't miss anything. You wouldn't miss my wonderful voice, don't worry. Okay, so are we ready to get started? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, oh no, Higher Bahen, Namaste. And brothers and sisters, good afternoon. And on behalf of the Jurakan, bear with me. On behalf of the Jurakan, the Durganas, and the Quini family, it is my pleasure to welcome you here today and to thank you for taking the time off to sharing with us this memorial of this most wonderful person that you all most of you know here, you know, who has been taken away from us so suddenly, you know, and we pray that you will join us in this celebration. It's a celebration as she is returned from whence she came to her father, her fathers in heaven. Right? So what we'll do now, I don't think I missed anything, but I didn't write this one down, the introduction down. But what we'll do now is I will hand over to the Pandit to do the Hawan. Am I correct? We're going to do the Hawan now? Okay. Unfortunately, I have to step up there, but if there's any questions, let me know. But if not, please go down and help yourself to refreshments anytime during the afternoon. Thank you.
Hi, Derek Durgana, Didi Renuka, all the children of Bhai Durakan, Nalo, Patrick, John, and your spouses. Today you're all seated to perform this Punyatithi memorial service in honor of the departed soul of your daughter, sister-in-law. I ask all of you to kindly clasp your palms. Let us bow to God and let's ask God for His grace that this memorial service may commence in goodness, continue in goodness, and culminate in goodness. ॐ नमस्ते सते ते जगत्कारणाय नमस्ते चिते सर्वलोकाश्रयाय नमो द्वैततत्त्वाय मुक्तिप्रदाय नमो ब्रह्मणे व्यापिने शाश्वताय. O God, I, Renuka, I ask you to be a mother to my daughter, the departed soul of my daughter, Mala. Be a mother and be a father and be the best friend that you can be, God. Our daughter left us in very sad circumstances and, of course, much before her normally appointed time. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhush cha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. With those verses chanted, I ask Pandita Sai and all the Pandits of the Gurukul, and even if they may be guest Pandits there, to all join together. This is a time when the Jura Khan family looks forward for our love and our support, our understanding and full cooperation at this critical juncture in their life that has seen them lose the soul of a very special member of the family. Pandita Sai, would you please now begin Athatyamanam? All of you take water in your right palm. I will chant the initial mantras. All the chanters, when I'm done, you'll take over because I'm right now in Guyana. When I'm done with this part, I'll come back when you're ready to kindle the fire. Athatyamanam. All of you, Pandita Sai, tell me when you're ready. Vinod, tell me when the Achman water is given. Vinod, are they ready?
Ready.
Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha. Give Achman water again. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. And water for the third time. Water for the third time. And we'll go.
Ready.
Om
Satyam Yashah Shrirmayi Shrishrayatam Swaha.
Wash your right palm and take water now in your left palm. And you'll touch your body limbs. Didi Renuka, when the soul of Mala is to be born again, may she be born in a body with very strong body limbs. All of us. Ready, Sai?
Yes. Ready.
Okay, let's go. Om Mang
Aseastu Om Nasur me Pranostu Om Akshinor me Chakshurastu Om Karnayor me Shrotramastu Om Bahur me Palanamastu
Om Urvorma
Ojostu
Om
Arishtani
Mengani Tanustanvame
Sahasantu
Adheshwara Stuti Prarthanopasana Prakaranam. All the chanters, please take your mics and let us chant the mantras Vishwani Deva until Agne Naya. I'll commence and all of you will take over, and under Pandita Sai's instruction, you will do the Stuti Prasna, the Swasti Vachan, the Shanti Karan and the Tanme Manaha, and then I'll come back when you're ready to kindle the fire. Adheshwara Stuti Prarthanopasana Prakaranam. Om Vishwani Deva
Savitar
Continue.
Duritani Parasuma यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुवा यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुवा ॐ हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य जातः पतिरेकासीत् सदा धार पृथिवीं द्यामुते वा कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम
ॐ य आत्मदा बलदायस्य विश्वा
उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम
ॐ यः प्रारणतो
निविशतो महित्वैक इत्राजा जगतो बभूव य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम
ॐ ये नद्यो रुग्रा
पृथिवी च त्रिधा येन स्वः स्तभितं येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ प्रजापते न त्वदेतान्यन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामस्ते जोमस्तनोऽस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयिणाम्
ॐ सनो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता
धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशालास् तृतीये धामन् अध्यरयन्ताम्
ॐ अग्ने
लय सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जोराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमौक्तिं विधेम हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति करता समग्र ऐश्वर्युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए जो कल्याण कारण गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वे सब हमको प्राप्त कराइए।
O God, O creator of this universe, O radiant cause of all manifestations, do remove from us all that is difficult in our experience, and all tendencies to transgress your laws, and bring unto us all that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious. O Prajapati, O master of this entire creation, no one except you can supersede the creatures of this visible and of other invisible worlds. May those desires for which we come to your shelter today be fulfilled. May we be masters of earthly and heavenly riches.
ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थनोपासना प्रकरणम् अथ स्वस्ति वाचनम् ॐ अग्निमिरे पुरोहितं यजस्य देवमृत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातमम् ॐ
सनः पितेव सूनवे अग्ने सुपायनो भव सचस्वानः स्वस्तये
ॐ स्वस्ति नो मिमिताम् अश्विना भगः
स्वस्ति देव्यादितिरनर्वणः स्वस्ति पूषा असुरो दधातु नः स्वस्ति द्यावा पृथिवी सुचेतुना
ॐ स्वस्ति
वायुमुपब्रवामहे सोमं स्वस्ति भुवनस्य यस्पतिः बृहस्पतिं सर्वगणं स्वस्तये स्वस्तादित्यासो भवन्तु नः
ॐ विश्वे देवानो
अद्य स्वस्तये वैश्वानरो वसुरग्निः स्वस्तये देवावन्तुर्भवः स्वस्तये स्वस्ति नो रुद्रः पात्वं हसः
ॐ स्वस्ति मित्रा
वरुणा स्वस्ति पथ्ये रेवती स्वस्ति न इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च स्वस्ति नो अदिते कृधि
ॐ
स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्याचन्द्रमसाविव पुनर्ददताघ्नता जानता सङ्गमे महि इति संक्षेपतः स्वस्ति वाचनम् अथ शान्तिकरणम् ॐ शन्ना इन्द्राग्नि भवतामवोभिः शन्ना इन्द्रा
वरुणारातव्य शमिन्द्रा सोमा सुविताय शम्योः
शन्ना इन्द्रा पूषणा
वाचसातौ ॐ शन्नः सोमो भवतु ब्रह्मशन्नः शन्नो ग्रावाणः शमुसन्तु यज्ञाः शन्नः स्वरुणामितयो भवन्तु शन्नः प्रश्वः शमुवस्तु वेदी
अथ शिवसङ्कल्पमन्त्राः ॐ यजाग्रतो दूरमुदैति दैवम् तदु सुप्तस्य तथैवैति दूरङ्गमं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिरेकं तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ यत्प्रजानामुच्चेतो दृश्य यज्ज्योतिरन्तरमृतं प्रजासु यस्मादरिते किञ्चन कर्म क्रियते तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ सुषारथिरश्वानि वयन्मनुष्यान् नेनीयते भीषुभिर्वाजिनैव हृत्प्रतिष्ठं यदचिरं जविष्ठं तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु
No fear from the friend nor from those who are unfriendly to us. No fear in the night nor in the day. We pray that no fear come from this family. And may all directions be friendly unto us, and we be friendly unto all directions in return. Abhayam mitrad, abhayam mamitrad, abhayam jatad, abhayam parokshad, abhayam naktam, abhayam nirvanaha, sarva asha mama mitram bhavantu, sarva asha mama mitram bhavantu, iti samshepataha shanti karanam atagni pradipanam. You can all stand around the corner.
बचे पाप के कर्मों से,
बचे पाप के कर्मों से, सदा शुभ कर्म गए, रहे दूर बुराई से, रहे दूर बुराई से। सब है मेहमान यहाँ, सब है मेहमान यहाँ, लगे जो बनाई गए उनका गुणगान यहाँ, उनका गुणगान यहाँ। भगवान को याद करे, भगवान को याद करे, अनमोल है जीवन नई से बर्बाद करे, नई से बर्बाद करे,
नई से बर्बाद करे।
I, Renuka, with all my family, we recognize that birth and death keep following each other the way a circle keeps spinning. It comes in front of us and it goes away, and it comes back to us and it goes away. But in the midst of all of this impermanence, in the midst of all of these things that last only for a while, there is one permanent fixed law of the universe. And as we live our lives, we must recognize this permanent fixed law of the universe. And we must also understand that God himself is also fixed and permanent. And we must love our Lord, because other than God, there is nothing else and no one else to truly love on a permanent basis. Didi, think about what I'm saying. And all your family members, think about what I'm saying. Kal raha so aaj na, aru aaj hai so ab nahi. Chakra yah sansar ka घूमत सदा इस भांति ही. धर्म को पहचान लो अरु कर्म योगी होय लो. ईश को नित नेह लो, बस और दूसर है नहीं. Get ready to kindle the fire. I, Renuka, with my family, we focus on the flame of wisdom which we are about to kindle, and we ask for this flame to be with our daughter and sister-in-law and aunt, Mala. Let this flame of wisdom be with her, shedding light on the pathways that she will now take as she seeks to be born again. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha. Kindle the fire. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swardyaurev Bhumna Prithvi Vavarna पृथिवीदेव यजनि पृष्ठेऽग्निमन्नादमन्नात् व्यायादधे. Didi Renuka, you and your family fan the fire for us, please, and say, Mala, we're fanning this fire. Mala, your body is gone, but the real you, the soul is not gone. Oh, Mal, wherever you are in the transition of moving on to a new body, think of this flame and let this flame be with you. Fan your fire, everybody. Om Udbuddhya Swagni Pratijagrihi Tvamishta-purte Samsrije Dhamayancha Asmin Sarhaste Adhyuttarasmin Vishve Deva Yajamanascha Sidata. Bow, Didi Renuka, and let all your family members bow. You may now be seated. Devascha, Yajamanascha Sidata, be seated. And Pandita Sai, you and your Pandits now take over with Om Ayanta Hitma Atma. All of you join with Pandita Sai and chant the mantras. I will come back again when the time comes to go around the fire. Go Om Ayanta. Om
अयन्त इत्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्ववर्धस्व चेता वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाधीन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नं मम ॐ समिधाग्निं ध्रुवस्य तकृतैर्बोधयतातिथिम् अस्मिन् हव्याजोतन सुसमिधाय शोषिषे घृतं तीव्रं जहोतन अग्नये जातवेदसे स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नं मम तन्त्वा समिभिरङ्गिरो घृतेन वर्धयामसि बृहच्छोछाय विष्ट्य स्वाहा इदमग्नये अङ्गिरसे इदन्नं मम
अथ पञ्चकृत
आहूतया ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने ध्रस्ववर्धस्व चेता वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाध्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नं मम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने ध्रस्ववर्धस्व चेता वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाध्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नं मम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने ध्रस्ववर्धस्व चेता वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाध्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नं मम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने ध्रस्ववर्धस्व चेता वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाध्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्ने चातुर्वेदसे इदन्नं मम.
Fifth and final time.
Om Anta Itma Atma Jatavedase Nasvavardhasva Chetavardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Salidhaya Swaha Idam Agne Chatavvedase Idannam Mama.
Attention, sing
Om Adite Anumanyaswa Om Anumate Anumanyaswa Om Saraswati Anumanyaswa Om Deva Savitah Prasuvayjapatim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharvah Ketapu Ketanah Punatu Vachaspatir Vachanah Swaratu.
अथ आघाराव आज्यभागाहूतयः
The offering will be north, south, and then two centers. So, north.
Om Agnaye
Swaha Idam Agnaye Idannam Mama. Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idannam Mama. Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idannam Mama. Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idannam Mama.
अथ घृत सामग्री आहूतयः
ज्योतिरग्निः स्वाहा. Om Agnirvarcho Jyotirvarchah स्वाहा. Om
ज्योतिरग्निः
स्वाहा. Om Sajurudevena Savitra Sajuratrendravadya Jusharno Agnirvetu Swaha.
idam agnaye idam
Namama.
Om
Bhurvayave
Namah
Om
Swaradityaya
Adityaya
Vyamaya idam namah
Om
Bhuvah Swaragni Vayavadityebhyah Pranapanavyanebhyah Swaha Idam Agni Vayavadityebhyah Pranapanavyanebhyah Idam Namah
Om
Apo Jyotiraso Amritam Brahma Bhurbhuvah Swaram Swaha Om Yamidham Devaganah Pitaraschopasate Tayamam Adhyamedhayagni Medhavilam Kuru Swaha Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yadhadram Tanna Asuva Swaha Om Agninaya Supatharaya Yasman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmad Juhuranamino Bhuishtante Namoktim Vidhema Swaha Purnahuti Rupa Adhara Vajya Bhag Ahutayah
Om Agnaye
Swaha Idam Agnaye idam namama Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya idam namama Om Prajapate Swaha Idam Prajapate idam namama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya idam namama Om Bhuragnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye idam namama Om Bhurvayave Swaha Idam Vayave idam namama Om Swaradityaya Swaha Idam Adityaya idam namama Om Bhurbhuvah Swaragni Vayavadityebhyah Swaha Idam Agni Vayavadityebhyah idam namama
my entire family, with my husband Derek, and our children are here, and we're ready to go around this fire to reminisce about my sister-in-law, and our aunt, and to remember the happy face she used to bring with her when she would come see us at the home or any other home. Today we commit to sweet memory all the wonderful things that Sister Mara, sister-in-law Mara, and Auntie Mara used to do with us and among us. And today, in thinking about her, we say that we clearly see the impact of the soul on the body, and we have known that the soul is the master of the body senses. We know from our mom Renuka, and our dad Dev Narang, that the soul never rests, never sleeps, and never decays. We also know that the soul comes by way of birth, and the soul goes away by way of passing on. And while the soul comes and goes and comes and goes, the soul performs many beautiful deeds. Mala performed some of the most beautiful deeds among us. Now when I begin to chant, Nalo, you slowly go around the fire and you make one circumambulation, and each one of you will bend and make one offering unto this fire. Pandita Sai will help you. Om Apashyam Gopam. Keep going slowly. Om Apashyam Gopam Anipadyamanam Acha Paracha Patibhisharantam Sasatrichi Savishuchi Vasanah Avarivarti Bhuvaneshwantaha Swaha. Then make an offering by Derek. And the children who are there will make an individual offering.
Come on, go. Complete your circle. Make your offering, go around.
Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha.
Atithi Devo Bhava Swaha. Nalo, when you're done with your offering, look at your mom. And Derek, look at your mother-in-law. And grandchildren, look at grandma, Aji, and Nani. And tell her, Nani, and grandmother, and mom, and mother-in-law, you're the goddess in our family. Daddy, as long as he was alive, he was godly for all of us. And our Guruji would come to our home and bring godliness by way of prayers. And anyone coming to knock at our door, asking for subsistence, also brought godliness. Nalo, at the end, all of you will take a thali with a diya given by Pandita Sai, and you'll wave it over your mom. But wait for a moment. Nalo, you and others can stand on the side and give the ghee container to John and to Arti and their children. And you'll do the same thing. Sai, is my voice going across?
Very nice, yes, very nice.
Okay.
Yes,
Tell me when I should begin.
Let our number put your hand on your shoulder, that's okay. Keep quiet. Put your hand on your mom's shoulder. Yes, ready, right? Okay.
I, Arindam, and I, Avani, in asking about our Auntie Mala, we ask, when the soul of Auntie Mala came in her baby body when she was in a grandma, who saw when that soul entered into the body? And who can certify the multiple ways in which this boneless soul supports this bony body structure? Who knows? We all know that breath and blood come from the earth and from other elements. But where does the soul come from? Where did the soul of Auntie Mala come from when she entered into our grandmother to be born? Who among us will go to a scholar of knowledge and wisdom to discover this truth? Begin to go around slowly. Begin to go around. Om ko dadarsha prathamam jayamanam asthanvantam yad anastha bibhartin bhumya asurasriratma kvasvit ko vidvansam upagat prashtumitat. Make this circle complete and make an offering. Swaha. Arindam, Avani, Mommy and Daddy will each individually make an offering. Om Swaha, Matridevo Bhava Swaha, Pitridevo Bhava Swaha, Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha, Om Atithi Devo Bhava Swaha. John and Artie, look at your mom. Arindam and Avani, look at your grandma and say, Grandma, you are the goddess in our family. And our daddy and grandfather brought God in our family. And our family priest brought God in our family. And the guests coming to our door also brought God in our family. John, at the end of all of this, Sai will give all of you a thali with a light and you'll wave it over your mom. Let everybody else finish. And now would you kindly go on this side and give the ghee container to Patrick? And if Mary would like to join him, it's fine. Otherwise, Patrick will go around the fire.
Okay, Guruji, did you roll want by Jurakan brother, his wife and son go first, and then Didi Ron will go with Patrick and his wife.
Okay, well, what's the name of the brother?
What's the name? Suresh. By Suresh.
Suresh and Mrs. Suresh will go around the fire now, and Didi Renuka and John and Patrick will go around subsequently. Suresh ji, would you and your Dharam-Patni please get ready to start going around?
Yes, you're ready.
Okay. I don't know. I, Suresh, do not know who I am in reality. And I wonder if our daughter Mala knew who she was in reality. It's a very difficult piece of knowledge to come by. But we beg God that Mala discover who she is and Mala move on to her next station in life in due course. Go around, Suresh. You may begin. Om na vijanami yadi vedamasmin ninyah sannatha manasa charami yada magam ritasya adidvacho ashnure bhagamasya swaha. Make the circle complete, Suresh, and make an offering. Matri Devo Bhava Swaha, Pitri Devo Bhava Swaha, Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha, Om Atithi Devo Bhava Swaha. Suresh and Mrs. Suresh, look at Didi Renuka and say, Bhauji Renuka, you got married into our family and you came and you became a mother unto all of us. And today, unfortunately, my brother Dev Narayan is gone. And most unfortunately, my niece and my daughter Mala is gone. Oh, Bhauji Renuka, may God be with you in these remaining years of your life. May God be with Mala in her transition from the last body to a new body. May God be with Nalo and family. May God be with John and family. And when Patrick goes around in a moment, may God be with Patrick and family. Oh, clasp your palms, Suresh, and bow to Didi Renuka. And Mrs. Suresh, put your palms together and bow to Didi Renuka.
Yes, they're ready for the next one.
Okay, is that Didi Renuka and Patrick?
Yes. Didi Renuka.
Okay, Patrick, let Patrick lead and let Didi Renuka follow him.
Later you'll do that. Yes. Later we have that.
Renuka, this universe is like a tree, and billions of bird-like souls, they sit in the branches of the tree. Mala has left her branch, and I, Renuka, wonder which branch now will Mala go and sit on as a bird born again. Go slowly, Patrick and Didi. Om Yasmin Vrikshe Madhvataha Suparna Nivishante Suvate Chadhi Vishwe Tasyedahu Pippalam Swadvagre Tanno Nashad Yaha Pitaram Naveda Swaha Om Matridevo Bhava Swaha Pitridevo Bhava Swaha Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha Om Atithi Devo Bhava Swaha. Pandita Sai asked Vinod to bring a chair and put it on the front side of the fire and let Didi Renuka sit on that chair, and give Nalo and Derek the thali with the diya, and I'll tell you when they will start waving the fire, the flame over Didi Renuka. Tell me when you are ready.
1 second. You come this side, right? Start on the elder one.
Yes, yes.
All of you will come.
The grandchildren will do it separately. Sai, the grandchildren will do it separately. Let husband and wife begin. Let Nalo and Derek begin. They will hold the thali together.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Oh God, take away. Now that our daddy is gone, I, Nalo, say, I, Derek, say, our daddy went several years ago, and now our sister, Mala, has gone. Oh God, take away all emotional trauma from the minds of our mom, and oh God, give her the ability to understand the travels of the soul. Nalo and Derek wave that light slowly 3 times. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar, slowly. 3 times. Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva Swaha. So I take the thali and let Nalo bend and touch the feet of her mom and give her mom a hug. And let Bhai Derek touch the feet of his mom and give his mom a hug.
Yes, Johnny.
How many grandchildren for Nalo and Derek are there? How many grandchildren are there?
5.
We'll take 3 and 2.
Okay.
We'll take 3 and 2.
Okay.
Take the first 3 and then the last 2.
Okay, we have to do Aarti and John. We do Aarti and John now.
No. You're taking the grandchildren now or later?
After.
Okay. Aarti and John, come.
You're ready.
Oh, Mommy, you taught us to worship God. You've been coming to Monday practically every week. And you taught us to worship God, Mom. May God stand by your side and by our side. We feel the pain as much as you feel the pain, Mommy. Om, wave it slowly, Aarti and John. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asit Sadadhar Prithivim Dyamute Mam Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. take the tally from him. And John, if you can, as low as you can go, touch the feet of your mom and give her a hug, John. And if you wish, you may give her a kiss. Mommy, may you have a clear conscience when you go to your bed in the nights from now on, in Marla's absence. Mommy, we remember, John, Patrick and I and Nalo remember how we played with our little sister. Artie, take it. You go and touch your mother-in-law's feet, and Artie, give her a hug and give her a kiss and say, Mom, ever since I got married and I entered your family, Marla has been extremely nice to me. Okay, Patrick, take the tally, and when I begin to chant, you wave the light, and Mommy, my sister Marla, and my brother John, and my elder sister Nalo, we played in our baby days. Oh, Mommy, how did those days come to an end? Om Ya Atmada, wave it, Patrick, 3 times. Ya Atmada Balada, Yasya Vishwa, Upasate, Prashisham, Yasya Deva, Yatyachayamritam, Yasya Mrityu, Kasmai Devaya, Havishavidema. Give it to her, Patrick. And you go on your knees and touch your mom's feet. And Patrick, give her a hug. And say, Mom, John and I and Nalo are here. Your world is not dark. We are here, Mom. Yes, our sister left, but we are here, Mom. We don't know. Let them take them separately. We have the time. Divina, you take the light and wave it over your nani 3 times. Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahidvaika Itraja Jagato Babhuva Yaishe Asya Dvipadasya Tushpadaha Kasmai Devaya Havishavidema. Touch her feet, Divina, and I thank you for coming for Mosi Mala, your Auntie Mala, and give Nani a hug and give her a kiss, Divina. Ariel and Brandon together. Wave the light over Grandma, both of you. Om Yena Dyauragra Prithivi Chadridha Yena Swahas Tabhitam Yena Nakah Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanah Kasmai Devaya Havishavidhema. Pass it on, and both of you touch Grandma's feet, hug her, Ariel, and then hug her, Brandon, and if you can, give her a kiss. We are here, Grandma. Yes, Auntie left, but we are here to cheer you up, Grandma. Chantal and Noah, N-O-A-H.
Yes.
Okay, Chantal and Noah, go to your grandma. Om Sano Bandhur Janita Savidhata Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishwa Yatra Deva Amritamana Shanas Tritiye Dhaman Adyairayanta. Pass it on. Go, Chantal and Noah, and touch Grandma's feet and give her a hug and a kiss if you can, and say, we are here, Grandma, to cheer you up, even in Auntie Mala's absence. Avani and Arindam go to Grandma, to Nani, please. To Aji. Go to Aji. Oh, hold our Aji's hand and lead her on, oh God. Aji is somewhat weak these days, and 2 deaths in the family will not make her very strong, but make her strong, oh God, that at least she has the ability to smile. Oh, Magnenaya Supatharaya Yasman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjuhuran Meno Bhuyishtante Namoktim Videma. Pass it on, and both of you, Avani and Arindam, would you touch Aji's feet and give Aji a hug and kiss her if you can. Avinash, Bhai Jurakan's Suresh son you're talking about?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, Avinash, take the thali with the diya and wave it over your grandmother. Om Swasti Pantha Manu Charema Surya Chandramasa Viva Swasti Pantha Manu Charema Surya Chandramasa Viva Punardadata Gnata Janata Sangami Mahi. Avinash, pass it on and touch Grandma's feet and give her a hug and a kiss, son. Okay, we will take Rita Masidas. Her brother-in-law passed. If her husband is with her, Sai, Keno will come with her. Tell her to come to the phone for a minute.
Wait 1 second, Guruji. Hold on 1 second.
Let Rita come to the phone for a minute.
Yes, okay.
Rita, I forgot the name.
Michael Kamal Masidas,
Okay. Michael Kama, how old was he?
69.
Okay. Well, take the e-container.
Right.
Oh, audience in Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula, my name is Rita Masidas. My husband's brother, Michael Kamal, passed away. He was a little above 60 years of age, and he passed on. And only recently we had the funeral. And today I thank Didi Renuka, even though this memorial is a very private ceremony. She, in the magnanimity in her heart, she is allowing me to make an offering in the name of the departed soul of my brother-in-law. Go, Rita, slowly. Om Ye Yudhyante Pradhaneshu Shuraso Ye Tanu Tyajaha Ye Va Sahasra Dakshinas Tanshi Devapi Gachatat. Make an offering, read Swaha. Stand right there, Rita. O audience in this Gurukul, through this Vedic mantra, I ask that the soul of my brother-in-law be born again among such high-calibered souls who struggle for a survival of values, and who, while struggling, they give up their material possessions and even their bodies for values to survive. Oh, make another offering. Oh, Matridevo Bhava Swaha, Pitridevo Bhava Swaha, Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha, Om Atithi Devo Bhava Swaha. Rita, go touch the feet of Didi Renuka and give her a hug if you can. Put my voice on the mic and I take another minute and I give up. Oh, audience in this Gurukul, I was made to understand that we have an enlarged audience here today by Derek Durgana. In a while, we'll hand over to you when the ceremony is done, when Pandita Sai will bring this ceremony to a close. But by Derek, even though I'm not there physically, I'm there in spirit. I used to know your sister-in-law. I know your entire family. I used to know your father-in-law. I do know your mother-in-law. I know your two brothers-in-law and all your extended relations. I send my deepest regards to Didi Renuka and her entire family on the very, very sad passing of the soul that we used to know by the name of Mala. The passing took place in very, very sad circumstances. Didi Renuka, I most humbly apologize to you, Nalo, John, Patrick, and everyone else. I most humbly apologize that I could not be there to be amongst you for the performance of this ceremony. I thank everybody. I thank Bhai Krishan and Bahin Vijay Manohar and Dave and everybody else and Pandita Sai and all the other Pandits for making it possible for me to come on this PA system long distance and to chant these mantras for these offerings to be made. Namaste, audience. I bow to all of you. I respect all of you. Namaste. Sai, over and out. Namaste. Sai, finish the Hawan. And when you finish the Hawan, you give the mic over to Bhai Derek Durgana and he will do the rest. And then you come to an end with Om Jai Jagadisha Hari. If you want to have bhajans, that's your choice.
Thank you, Guruji. Namaste.
Namaste.
अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री
सावित्री गुरुमन्त्रः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा अथ सृष्टकृताहुति अथ मोहन भोग आहूयते ॐ यदस्य कर्मणोत्यरीशं यद्वायुर्नमिहाकरम् अग्निष्टसृष्टकृद्विद्यात् सर्वं सृष्टं सौतं करोतु मे अग्नये सृष्टकृते सहुताहुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्थयित्रे सर्वान्नः कामान् समर्थय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये सृष्टकृते इदं न मम प्रजापत्याहुति ॐ प्रजापतये स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये इदं न मम. Let us all stand for the final offerings. सर्वं वै पूर्णं स्वाहा ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णं
Stretch palms. Put everything down.
अथ मुखस्पर्शः ॐ तनुपाग्नेयसि तन्वमे पाहि ॐ आयुर्दाग्नेयसि आयुर्मे देहि ॐ वर्चोदाग्नेयसि वर्चो मे देहि ॐ अग्नेयन्मे तन्वा ऊनं तन्वा प्रेणा ॐ मेधा मे देवः सविता दधातु ॐ मेधा मे देवी सरस्वती दधातु ॐ मेधा मे अश्विना देवा वाधतां पुष्करस्रजम् आप्यायताम् ॐ वाक्चामा आप्यायताम् ॐ प्राणश्यामा आप्यायताम् ॐ चक्षुश्यामा आप्यायताम् ॐ श्रोत्रं चामा आप्यायताम् ॐ यशोबलं चामा आप्यायताम् अथ वामदेव्यगानम् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः कयानश्चिद्राभुवत् ऊर्ध्वी सदा वृदः सखा कया शशिष्ठया वृता ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः कस्त्वा सत्यो मदाना मङ्गिष्ठो मत्सरन्धसः दृढा चिरारुचे वसु ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः अभीषुनः सखीनाम् अभिता जनित्रीणाम् शतं भवास्युदये शतं भवास्युदये शतं भवास्युदये इति अग्निहोत्रम् इति अग्निहोत्रम् इति अग्निहोत्रम्.
We all can now be seated. We will go into the Gita first and last.
पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गाने रचाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मान सारे शोक सागर से बने हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए.
Before I hand this microphone up to by Derek, he wants, in the meantime, for him to prepare. We will have a bhajan from Kavita, our daughter from Gurukul. You guys, get seated there. I want to sit right here. We can move there, and I can sit right here. Let us sit right here. Then we don't get no cover channels.
Okay. Good afternoon. Bayer Bahen, namaste. And my brothers and sisters, welcome. And I thank you for taking the time to come here today to help us celebrate the wonderful life of Marla, my sister-in-law, and to thank God for giving her to us for these 59 years. And we pray that she's on her journey back to Him, and then the decision will be made whether she come back here and lead another life or she find eternal karma in heaven. So today we gather to say our final goodbye to our beloved Nirmala Quini, adored daughter, sister, wife, mother, aunt, and friend, who died and went to join her earthly earthly and heavenly fathers, on February the 1st, 2025, at the age of 59. She developed, I know a lot of people will be asking how this young girl that they knew only so recently as being a vibrant young lady suddenly died. Well, she developed, she had a flu, which turned into pneumonia, and developed sepsis as a complication of pneumonia, which overwhelmed her body and eventually took her life. Marla was born on December 3rd, 1965, the last of 4 children, and the second daughter of Renuka and the late Dionarine Jurakan, and the granddaughter of Auntie Mother and the late Auntie Sab. She is survived by her husband Aldo, her son Benjamin, who brightened her life the day he was born, her sister Nalini, her brothers John, Patrick, her sisters-in-law Artie and Mary, her brother-in-law Derek, and her 4 nieces and 1 nephew, Davina, Ariel, Chantal, Avani, and Arindam, whom she always loved and cared for very deeply. Marla was born in New Amsterdam, Berbice, Guyana, and later lived with her family in Camberville, Georgetown, Guyana, until she migrated to New York City in June 1970, when she was 4 years old. The family lived in Manhattan in the high-rise building that my wife always keeps showing me that we lived there, and it was the building right over the approach to the GW Bridge. So anytime I come to Jersey, I pass under the building. Until they bought their private home on Holly Avenue in Flushing in April 1974, which continues to be the family home until today. Marla graduated from Francis Lewis High School in Queens and continued her education and received her bachelor's degree from Baruch College in Manhattan, and then attained her law degree from Brooklyn Law School in June 1989. She was admitted to the bar in 1993, New York bar. Marla always felt a duty and a moral obligation to assist those who needed her help. She started her career as a divorce attorney, guiding her clients through challenging conversations, as you can imagine, and serving as a compassionate companion throughout the process. She then transitioned her work to giving back to her own communities by serving as an immigration lawyer, where she dedicated her time to helping the underprivileged in gaining the legal status, their legal status in the United States. God knows we need more people like her, especially today. She eventually made the heartfelt decision to leave her career and devote herself full-time to her greatest role, a mother to Benjamin. Her nurturing spirit and unwavering love for Benjamin and her family and friends were her true passion in life. Marla was an incredibly creative artist and chef. She had a gift for cooking and was always sharing her heart through meals with the people she loved. A quality, especially us, a quality she learned from her mother, Renuka. Most impressive was her expertise in baking, baking the most elaborately designed cakes and cookies that most of you had an opportunity to sample over the years. She soon turned this passion into a small home-based business, crafting thoughtfully decorated baked goods for her family and friends. She carefully and laboriously handcrafted all of the decorations that adorned her creations. Her desserts brought joy to everyone, with each treat an expression of her unwavering love. Marla's life was centered around her son Benjamin, who was the joy of her life. She spent every moment looking out for his well-being and happiness by attending his baseball games, school events, play dates with friends, and vacations together with Aldo as a family. Aldo has also dedicated much of his time to Benjamin, and now he has the difficult task of taking on the role of both mother and father. Our darling Marla, we are gathered here to bid you a loving farewell. Know that we all love you dearly and hate to see you go so early in your life. You may not be here physically, but you will remain in our hearts forever and in the hearts and memory of everyone who's ever known you, now through all eternity. The good Lord has promised to always be there for you and for all of us. And even though we cannot see this clearly, we must accept that this is His plan for you. God is saying to you, "Come home, my child. You are tired and heavily and weary and heavily laden. Cast away those burdens and come home to my paradise, where you will be loved and be happy forever." We pray that your karma and good deeds in this life will grant you joy and happiness and fulfillment in your next life. And if this is your final journey on earth, then we pray that you have achieved mukti and will be granted eternal life with God. May the good Lord continue to bless our beautiful, caring, and loving sister. And because of her life here, we know and pray that the good Lord will be waiting at the pearly gates to heaven to welcome her and grant her a well-deserved eternal life in heaven, in our Father's mansion, filled with peace, joy, happiness, and love. May the good Lord and Almighty Father bless us all. And I have a little something here that some of you will recognize. Less than a year ago, I happened to get it, and it had such an impact on me that I wanted to use it here today. And this is technically Marla speaking. "Don't grieve for me, for now I am free.
Apologies. We've had a lot of untimely passings in our family, so this is an emotional one. It's from our cousin Victoria's service, and it says, "Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God laid for me. I took his hand when I heard him call. I turned my back and left it all. I could not stay another day to laugh, to love, to work or play. Tasks left undone must stay that way. I found that place at the close of day. Perhaps my time seemed all too brief. Don't lengthen it now with undue grief. Lift up your heart and share with me. God wanted me now, he set me free.
Okay, thank you. And now, yes, please. Now we have an old friend of the family that knew Pops a very long time ago. And some of you would know the name. And he would like to do a song for us, Mr. Devendra Puran. Thank you.
Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2.
कोई रोए कोई गाए कैसा तेरा संसार मालिक
Check, 1, 2.
कोई रोए कोई गाए कैसा तेरा संसार मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार कोई समझ नहीं पाए किसी का सब मतलब में होए अंबर नीर बहाए धरती करे पुकार मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार रात बनाए फूलों के संग काते जाने कहाँ किस जगह बैठ कर तू ये सुख दुख बातें पतझर जहाँ मुस्काए रोए वही बहार मालिक तेरा संसार। कोई रोए कोई गाए, कैसा तेरा संसार। ओ मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार, मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार।
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Devendra Puran, a lot of you probably heard the name before, or even heard him, or saw him perform. He was a very good friend of Marla's dad, and he wanted to come here and do a rendition today. By the way, he's cut a lot of records and things like that too. Okay. I will now call on Uncle Boj. Uncle Boj, he is probably the oldest person, not old, but the only person that has the oldest continuous relationship with this family once they moved here. Is that correct, Uncle Boj, maybe? And he and Pops grew up together, I believe. Okay, come, Uncle Boj, let's...
Revered priests, relatives and friends and members of this congregation, my respect and salutation to all of you. For the past 10, 12 days, I kept on asking myself, why, and what happened because of the circumstances of which this Mala experienced. You know, I wanted to go to see her after I was told in Connecticut, but then I was told you cannot see her because of whatever reason, I don't know. But, you know, I came up at home, I began to look here, where did we go wrong? Mala was a child that grew up in front of me. When I came to this country in 1968, I wrote to his father, who was my buddy way before he got married and so forth. I wrote to him and said, hey, you know, I'm alone here, you have to come. So they did, after about a year and a couple of months, I think he came. And the family came. When he came here, we didn't have anybody. No families and so forth. We were together, all the kids and my kids were families and friends and everything else. You know, we were like together on the weekends when we were off. We both were a hospital person. And we had some very, very good moments. You know, I can remember telling the kids, and Nalu probably will remember this, that the time will come, you know, because I usually have conference with them every time we meet together. The time will come when we will be gone and you all will be the parents. And, you know, the time will also be there when you may have to be taking care of us too. And I ask myself, why? Out of the batch of all those kids that we were together, she is the first one to go. So I ask myself, Mala, why did you break the rule? And I begin to look for answers. Possible cause that I found, but in life, the scripture says there are three types of karma: sanchit karma, agama karma, and parabdha karma. Parabdha karma, before we are born, we are asked to make a choice because we've been coming and going way before this cycle of life. And we accumulated good karmas and some bad karmas too. Sanchit karma, the Lord give us a choice to make. To select an amount of karma that you want to go with at this cycle of life and be born again. So I asked, very possible cause, I said, okay, she came with that subject karma, and that time is expired and she had to go. Because the situation that I heard, because of the circumstances from a simple flu, drags on to, organ damage and whatnot and so forth, and with final state was death. So I began reading the Gita. And Krishna says, give a couple of verses, which describes exactly something like that. Dehino asmin yatha dehi kaumaram yuvanam jara. That, and the verse before, another verse before in chapter 2 there, Natu ivaham jatunasam natwanda me jana dipaha, meaning that never ever there is a time when you and I or anyone else will not be here. We will always be here, as Dr. Satish said. We will always be here. Now, life after death, this is a transition stage that she's experiencing now, may be, where the life is without a form, without a body, but it's, what accompanies that is the causal body and the subtle body. Causal body, it determines, depending upon the karma you have created in the past, including the last cycle of life, will determine what kind of form you will be taking and what state of form you will be in, my prayer is that her future will be bright. Her future will be bright, and may that Lord, inspire her to continue that journey of liberation, so that she can reach that ultimate goal of God realization. My friends, life is subtle, very subtle, and can be very fragile. We will have to begin to think of it and make preparation when that time comes to go peacefully, because it is an incident. It is an incident must take place. We know that. We are convinced of that. Yet we try to block it and think that, well, it's not going to happen to you. You see, it will happen to all of us. And we will have to make preparation. There is a little song that I put to it, really, and I quote some of the verses from the Gita. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samvyatayo Yudsava. Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kima Kuruvata Sanjaya. You take birth, you're going to be confronted with a challenge. The choice will be yours, dharma or adharma, righteousness or unrighteousness. You make the choice. You make the choice. My friends, this life can be wonderful, but because of our action, our karma, we suffer. A little bit of happiness, not bliss. There's a difference between happiness and bliss. Not bliss, not eternal happiness, a little bit of happiness, and then stress comes in again, sorrow sets in. So my friends, finally I will say, Ron, you are born to overcome tragedies. You are born to overcome. Like the mantra has been chanted, you know, the mantra has already been chanted. Though there be no fear from above, from below, north, east, west, or south. You know, God has given us the stamina, the will, and determination, and we just have to use it to overcome our tragedies. You will overcome that tragedy. Jai Bhavani.
Thank you very much, Uncle Boj. Now I would call on Dr. Ramprasad to say a few words. I think he actually went to nursing school with Pops. Come on up, please.
Master of Ceremony, learned pundits, ladies and gentlemen. Many, many years ago, I met Gurukula. I don't know much of Mala, but I will say what I know of her parents. She was born into a wonderful family. Jura and I met in the very early 60s. We attended the same nursing school. We became RN, we became dispensers, and we migrated to the United States. We brought our children, and we worked very hard. And Jura and my sister-in-law would tell you, they spent their time, they devoted their lives to the upbringing of their children. You can see that they're all professionals, and it was all due to the very hard work of mom and dad. I salute my Bauji. I pray that my brother would rest in peace. As parents, and we were blessed with sons and daughters, we hope that they would take care of us as we grew old. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But we know that once we are born, we'll surely die. And the time came for Mala to go. Her number came up, and she left us. Today is my sincere hope and prayer, wherever that soul will be, will rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, today, my sister-in-law is blessed with 2 sons and a daughter. Today, I ask them to take care of their mom. Daddy's gone, but it's now your duty to take care of mom. I would like once again say, thanks for having me over here. May you enjoy the rest of your life, and may your children take good care of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're also, just to give you an idea of what's happening now, we're going to have a couple people, thank you, Dr. Ramprasad, we appreciate that. We're going to have a couple people come up and give very short remarks, and then we'll have what's called a bhajan, or a song, and then kind of go in that pattern.
Just before I go, you would notice that a time came when my son-in-law couldn't make it. And who did he turn to? It was his daughter who was there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have sons, but dear to our hearts are our daughters. And I'm so happy that you could take the mic and take over from your dad.
Thank you. We were definitely raised that way. 1 second. Okay. The only other thing we'll say about the remarks is we know that so many people wanted to come see Mala Masi while we were in the hospital, and you may have lots of questions. You're welcome to come talk to me if you find me downstairs or anything. But to give you a sense of it, she was very ill the whole time she was in the hospital, and we know that it was very hurtful for our community to not be able to say their goodbyes there. And we're sorry about that. It was an unfortunate situation, but we hope that today can bring some of the grieving and solace that we've all missed as a community. So again, if you have any questions, please come to me directly, and we're hoping that this can be a forum for healing. Next, we're going to go to Neil. Okay, we're next going to go to a bhajan by Neil. Thank you.
Testing, testing.
Since we have so many songs, we should do.
Mataji, Pitaji, Bhai aur Behno, Sadar Supreme Namaste. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize because recently my voice has been on the recovering side, but I'll try my best. This bhajan, Kaya Ek Pinjara Hai, I'll give a couple of verses. And the bhajan states that the body is yet a cage for a bird-like soul that upon or after the cyclic processes of reincarnation becomes free. काया एक पिंजरा है पंछी सैलाने का जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं बुलबुला है ये पानी का काया एक पिंजरा है पंछी सैलाने का जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं बुलबुला है ये पानी का काया एक पिंजरा है कुछ पाकर खोना है कुछ खोकर पाना है खोना और पाना ही जीवन का फसाना है श्वासों की रवानी है ढांचा जिंदगानी का जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं बुलबुला है ये पानी का काया एक पिंजरा है दुनिया एक मेला है सब खेल मदारी का पल भर में बिछुड़ जाए वर्षों तैयारी का प्रातः एक बचपन है दोपहर जवानी का जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं बुलबुला है ये पानी का काया एक पिंजरा है पंछी सैलानी का जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं बुलबुला है ये पानी का काया एक पिंजरा है.
Thank you,
very
Neil. That
much.
was wonderful. Now I'm going to call on Shruti and Bhavna to come up and give a couple of recollections. Shruti and Bhavna were two of Mala's closest friends, and I probably met them the same time I met Nalini, right? That's a long time ago.
We've known you a
So,
long time.
and they were there with us for the 10 days or so that we spent with Mala, or a couple of the days that we spent with Mala in the hospital. A couple of us in the family here, not too many of us could have gone there, and it didn't really make sense. She was not alert, and you could only have two people in there. So if the husband was there, only one person could go in. So a few people went, but I think Nalini and I and RP and a couple of others spent a lot of time with her. And we thank you for coming for that last couple of moments.
This is so unexpected, as everybody knows. Bhavna and I knew Mala since we were 12 and 14, and we grew up together. From the moment that we met her, she's invited to her home and her family. Pops and Auntie Ron and Nalo, John, and Patrick were probably always surprised to see me there and there. But the minute they introduced the food, as you know, is always flowing, and the fun and the laughter, I just didn't leave. We spent so many years growing together. We spent so many years learning and sharing, and we have so many beautiful, beautiful memories of Mala, and we always will. She is somebody that is a really kindred spirit. Immediately you see her and you laugh and you smile, and she brings joy in no matter what circumstances it is. And she's forgiving, and she wants us to be that way. There was a passage in a book that I have read recently that I keep thinking about, is that there's no sense to someone dying and passing, especially in someone so young. But all we can do is be grateful, more grateful, and remember the people that they were, but also remember and reflect of who they were to the people that are in our lives today. So just be grateful for everyone that you have today and the time you have today, because she's somebody that we will never ever forget. She was definitely more like our sister growing up than our friend, and we'll miss her. She was a bright light. We were part of her family. All the Juricans, they were part of her adolescent and childhood years, and you know, we had so many memories with her. We traveled with her. We just sat around and laughed with her. We cried with her. Yeah, she's just somebody that will be missed so much. It was so good to know that she was part of this world and that she would always be there for me. So I thank you, Mala, for everything you've given us, and we'll always remember you. You're a bright light.
Thank you, girls. We'll continue with the speeches. So now I will call on, where is Nalini? 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 Okay, I'm going to call on the brothers and sister to come up and say a few words. Nalo, John, Artie, Patrick. And Artie. You're a sister, Artie. Come on up. You all don't have to say it. Just come on up, and whoever would like. What's that? All right. You know, well, come up anyway. Come. Nalini, let's go, please. I'm trying to keep it as short as I can, you know? But I want to remind you, anyone that feels that I would like to have something to eat now, need a break, can go downstairs. And there's a TV, you know, like I said, you'll see everything anyway. Okay.
Okay. I would like to thank everyone that came to celebrate Mala's life, because that's what we're doing here right now. We're not celebrating her death, we're celebrating her life. She had a wonderful life. She made a mark in this world. She was so creative. I couldn't believe. She blew me out of the water. This is something that she did. When Davina's dog died, out of the blue, we got this in the mail. She took a picture and she made this cookies from that picture. She was always doing something so special for everybody. All the girls' showers, their weddings, she was there. She did everything for them. I'm glad she was in our life. When we were younger, I had to be the disciplinarian because Daddy went to work, Mommy went to work. I was the one, you got to go read your book, you got to do your homework, you can't go out and play. One day, they decided to tie me up, and they went outside to play. So when they came home, I said, Daddy, this is what happened. Boy, there was trouble. But anyway, we were all very close, a year apart, and we were very, very happy together. We always got together. We were always meeting up, whether it's my house or John's house. We were always together, celebrating every occasion. And she's going to be missed, but from the way she was sick, there was no way she was going to get better. So it was better that she went. And hopefully, I'm so glad we were able to do this Hawa now for her, to send her off the right way so that she can either gain mukti or come back into another soul that is loving, creative, and will be happy. I think that's it for the brothers and sisters. Next.
I guess they heard. They're making it short. Okay, I'll now call on the nieces and nephews to come on up. Now, Marla was extremely close to all of her nieces and nephews, and they had such wonderful times together. They were more her age than me, so they spent more time with her, and they would like to say a few words.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. So I actually didn't even remember Mala Masi was my godmother when we were going through all of this, because she treated all of us so special. And now I feel like I should have been treated more specially, but she was really fun. We used to hang out with her as adults all the time. She became a mom probably like 8 years before me, and watching her go through that process was really inspirational to me. The last couple of weeks were terrible, and I really thought even up until the end that she would make it through it, so it's really hard that it didn't work out that way. But I think, and especially as a mom myself, I'm so grateful that she had 10 years with Benjamin to shape him in the way that she wanted. And he's a very good kid. He's super sad. So anything anyone can do to reach out to them is really good. She was also really talented and really giving and super vulnerable with the reality of just being a mom and a woman. She didn't hide many things. She was a really good example of how to be a mom and a friend and an aunt. And I think that the more we can all do that would be really helpful. She was honest about her struggles. She reached out for help when she wanted it, and she was always there for us. So I think that she leaves a really good example for us to try to emulate and try to make sure that Ben remembers.
Thank you all so much for being here. To our Mala Masi darling sweetheart. Growing up, she made us call her that before she gave us anything that we asked her for. There are so many things I loved about our Mala Masi and so many memories I can share, but the thing that she always made clear every single time we talked to her was how proud of us she was. Davina's helpfulness, Arindam's conviction, Chantal's independence, Avani's cool factor, and for me, our shared love for cooking and baking. We enjoyed exchanging recipes and pictures of our latest creations, mine nowhere near as impressive as hers, but she was always very kind and pretended like they were. She put her heart and soul into everything she made, something I see in our Mamu Patrick and Auntie Mary, but always stood out to me was the patience it took to create the elaborate designs and details she would put into making these treats. That takes an obscene amount of patience that I do not have, but I see in my nanny and my dad that will live with it. But that was who she was. She was always the level-headed, mindful, loving person we all know. One of her quirks that I loved the most was that she was always wanted to look her best. Her hair was the most important to her, something she shared with my Mamu John, which is unfortunate for him now. This contributed to having the girls Alora, Allegra, Katia, and Ember call her Glamma Mala, and nothing else. The fabulousness that also lives on in my mother and my Auntie Artie, although my mom's fashion sense is a little questionable. Growing up, everyone called me Little Mala, and I was so proud of that because to me, she was the most beautiful person I've ever seen. But beyond her external beauty, nothing compared to how gorgeous she was as a person. She never hesitated calling us her daughters and son. When I was pregnant with my first daughter, Alora, the first granddaughter of 4 that we are now blessed with, she gave me pink socks that she used for her own gender reveal and told me that she was blown away by how full circle this moment was for her because I was her daughter in every sense other than giving birth to me, and I couldn't be more proud to be her daughter. A lot of people the last couple days have told me that they see so much of her in me, and I will work every single day to continue that memory of her. Your girls and guys love you so much, and we will strive to wholeheartedly live the attributes you are most proud of in your honor. Rest easy until we meet again, Glamma Mala.
Uncle Bharat, I think you're next on the list. And then we'll end with Pandita and Droughty, unless someone wants to let us know soon.
Yeah, well, Pandit Bharat is like a brother to Mala and have always been part of their lives. And of course, I think you were also there when their father died, right? You participate in his. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, brother-in-law Derek. Let's all join in a little prayer, please. O Maharshi Renuka with the entire Jurakans family, all of us blessed family and friends here this afternoon, joining in this very, very Vishesh Asmaraka Yajna, this very important memorial, not necessarily memorial, but this Havana Yajna that we have done here in her name. And we pray and ask God, Agni Mire Purohitam, Agni, God's light, as her soul travels on, may God's light continue to guide that soul. And that light also, which is symbolic of his wisdom, may that wisdom guide this entire Mataji and Pitaji Jurakan's family to give them the strength that they need at this time. If you know it, join your sweet voices. Om Agnimire Purohitam Yajasya Devamrit Vijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Sanah Pite Vasunave Sanah Pite Vasunave Agnisu Payano Bhava Sachasvanaha Swastaye. Together, Sachasvanaha. Again, Mataji Renuka with the entire family. for many of us who may not know, but a little over 30 years ago when I got married, Mataji here, Renuka, and late Pitaji Jurakan, my parents could not have been here. And they played that role of mom and dad. And not just mom and dad, but all the family who could have been part of that wedding made every effort. Was you the chauffeur that took me to the mandir or John? Okay. But it was a fancy car. Anyhow. And so they were part of my life. And you know, as I continued to develop in the mandir and do whatnot, late Pitaji, he was the president at the Irish Spiritual Center at that time. And he will say, Pandit Bharat, he will say, Bharat, you know, whatever help you need or whatever support you need, just say something to me and I'll do my best to help you. And, you know, also knowing the family, knowing Mala a little bit, you know, when we think of life, as many of us have mentioned, there's one quick verse I want to, I'll just do 2 lines. Chala Lakshmihi Chalaha Pranash Chalam Jivitam Yavanam Chala Chale Cha Sansare Dharmo Eko Hi Nishchalaha. That, you know, the Lakshmi, the wealth that you and I, we earn in this world, it's transitory. We'll leave it all behind one day. Chala Pranash, life is temporary. Chalam Jivitam Yavanam, and this Yavan, this youth that you and I experience, it's also short-lived. Chala Chale Sansare, in this changing world, Dharmo Eko Hi Nishchalaha. Charnakya Maharaj tells us, friends, it's only dharma, our virtuous actions, which is permanent. And we heard so much wonderful things, so much of the virtuous actions Mala has, and the little I've known her over the years, the many virtuous actions that she possesses, as the nieces just mentioned, her extremely wonderful baking skills, her kind, pleasant personality, her ability to always smile and to give a hand when that hand is needed or that support is needed. And so all of that constitutes, as this verse says, the virtuous actions that she possessed. And many of us, all of us who knew her somehow or the other, we can copy a page from the life of Mala in keeping her legacy, in keeping the values she stood for alive. And so real quick, by Brother Derek, there's just a little this chorus and one verse of this song, you know, as we were looking at the slides. Indeed, it says here, Yaad ki Gatari. What's Gatari? This bundle, very good. This bundle of memories that she have created ever since she came into this world and associating with all of us. Yaad ki Gatari. Let's remember this bundle of memories that we created with her, and let's cherish those memories. Milan ki duniya chor chale hai, aaj bhi rahe mein sapne. All of us. मिलन की दुनिया छोड़ चले हैं, आज भी रह में सपने, खोए खोए नैनों में है उजरे उजरे सपने, उजरे उजरे सपने, याद की घतरी लिए झुकाते नजर चले, 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले, टूट गई है माला मोती बिखर चले, 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले, कि जाने किधर चले. Again, the mala of the Jurakan's family. One pearl, another moti is taken away that we call mala, Nirmala. And so we pray and ask God Mataji with the entire family that may all of you be blessed with that strength, that courage that you need at this time to someday accept this loss. And again, on behalf of my family, our sincere, and my mandir, which many of us sometimes we visit time after time, on behalf of the Ara Spiritual Center, we extend our sincere condolences and sympathy to this family and pray and ask God, as the soul of Mala travels on, may there be no such impediment that will impede its progress towards mukti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pandit Bharat, Brother Bharat. Okay, I will now call on Pandit Sunita to say a few words. Okay, in the meanwhile, if someone will get her maybe, I'll call on Pandit Indrauti, who is a Pandit in this Gurukul. Come on up. Oh, Pandita, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Sadar Supreme Namaste to our family this evening, to Didi Renuka and her entire family. On behalf of my family, we bring our deepest feelings to you at this time. For those of us who have gone this way, we understand what this is. But if we haven't gone this way, we may try to understand.
Om Somayeka BhyavapavateGhritameka Upasate Yebhyo Madhu Prathavati Tansidevapi Gachatat.
In the transmigratory process, may that soul achieve a life form in which she will continue embellishing her life with sweet devotion and harmony. Today, Didi Renuka and your family, we have listened to Mala's entire life, as it were. I've known her not very long when I came. She was very, very young at that time, but she already had her scholarship done. One bit of advice we can learn from the scholars, यदि नाथ का नाम दया निधि है तो दया भी करेंगे कभी न कभी जब ताड़नहार कहावत है भव पार करेंगे कभी न कभी. You and I cannot reverse the situation. It is the law of the cosmos. So long as there is birth, there will be death. How we deal with the death situation is totally different from we deal with the birth. जब तू आया जगत में जग हसे तू रोए ऐसी करनी कर चले तू हसे जग रोए. When we are born, a child is born, there's a lot of merriment because we welcome another soul to join us. The poet says, ऐसी करनी कर चले, perform such actions in your life, O soul. ऐसी करनी कर तू हसे जग रोए. When you are ready to leave, you will leave the world smilingly, having performed your functions, your duties with excellence, but you leave the world to cry, having lost a noble soul in your presence. And this, we can honestly say, was a truly embodiment of Mala's life. यदि नाथ का नाम दया निधि है तो दया भी करेंगे कभी न कभी जब ताड़नहार कहावत है भव पार करेंगे कभी न कभी. If that God whom we pray to is merciful, and He is merciful, at this time, I guess, we cannot fathom how merciful He is, because humans as we are, we're prone to subject ourselves to this kind of dualities. It is painful. Nobody can say it's not painful. Yadi naat kanama daya nidhi hai to daya bhi karenge kabhi na kabhi. Then definitely with your sound foundation of prayers as you are in the family is, He will shower His mercies on you to get this over. Not today, not tomorrow. You will not totally get it, but you will have the strength to accept and move on. Jab tara nahar kahavat hai, and when we make Him the captain of this boat of life, bhav par karenge kabhi na kabhi, then definitely He will be there to row this boat over with His blessings, His graces, His mercies, and His presence at all time. May you all, as a family, the entire Jurakan family, and all extended family members, may you find solace and comfort and grace at God's feet, who is watching over all of us. God will not be able to turn the laws to suit us. He can reverse the law. There'll be confusion. So we subject ourselves, we supplicate ourselves, and we ask, oh God, may your mercies be there for us to help us through, to accept this and to move on. God bless all of us. Namaste, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Pandita Indrauti. I got it right. Okay, now I'll ask Pandita Nicole to come up and say a few words.
Namaste. Ma, I didn't come to see you for the past 2 days because I cannot deal with the loss. And I know by being there, I would be looking like this. So I stayed away. And silently, I was praying for the strength, because a week ago, when I saw you, I remember sitting at the table, and Artie had the jade necklace, and Mal was in the hospital, and Artie was wearing this jade necklace, hoping that the healing energy would get to her sister. And I didn't think a week later I would be standing here. I am so sorry. I had one encounter of meeting Mala. It was at an event hosted by your family, and she came up and she was smiling, and a lot of what her niece said. First time she met me, she was just smiling, and her little boy was there, and he came and he hugged all the women in the Gurukula, and he told all of us namaste. And it was just such a beautiful thing to see a child do this to total strangers because of the mother he had. Sincerely from my heart, I can't say more. I am so sorry. And the memory of her and the legacy of you, Ma, lives on. You have so much beauty around you, and it's nice to be asked. Namaste.
Thank you, Pandita Nicole. And now we're going to hear the enchanting voice of Asha. Where are you? Sing us a bhajan. And I want to remind you, if you're hungry or would like a snack, go downstairs and get something. You'll still hear the beautiful music. Thank you.
Namaste to each and every one of you, and my condolences to the family who I have been connected to since I have been attending this Gurukula at the age of 12 years old. I did take classes with some of the daughters of this family, and to Didi Renuka, I send you also my condolences too on behalf of the entire Gurukul. And we are here to support you, and we are here to love you as a community and the entire family. As a community, as a Gurukul, we are here for you, and we're here to support you. And this Geet that I will be singing, if you know it, please join me. And this Geet laments on grief. And grief could be a quite lonely thing, whether you are part of a big community or not. Because when you're at home and you're sitting with all of these memories, that is when it hits the most. And this Geet actually laments on that. Because we have one life, the last verse says, we have ek jaan, one life. Ek means one, jaan means life. And lakh gum, we have thousands of grief. And we have to live through it. And that's why we come to communities like this and we get together in the name of God. And we recognize him and we chant his name. So with that, I wouldn't say the entire meaning of the entire Geet, but if you do know it, please join me and sing along. तुम न जाने किस जहां में खो गए, तुम न जाने किस जहां में खो गए, हम बड़ी दुनिया में तन्हा हो गए, तुम न जाने किस जहां में खो गए।
Thank you, Asher. Okay, now we'll have Pandit Youth from the Gurukul, who will give us a bhajan.
Namaste, everyone. This is on page 303 of the Apne Geet. जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं है ये कैसी डगर चलते हैं सब मगर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी को बहुत प्यार हमने किया मौत से भी मोहब्बत निभाएंगे हम रोते रोते ज़माने में आए मगर हंसते हंसते ज़माने से जाएंगे हम जाएंगे पर किधर है किसे ये खबर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं ऐसे जीवन भी हैं जो जिए ही नहीं जिनको जीने से पहले ही मौत आ गई फूल ऐसे भी है जो खिले ही नहीं जिनको खिलने से पहले फिजा खा गई है परेशान नजर टक गए चार घर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं है ये कैसी डगर चलते हैं सब मगर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं
कोई जाना नहीं।
Thank you for that beautiful rendition. And now, for the final bhajan, we're going to call on Pandit Jagdish to give us the final bhajan.
Mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters, Sadar Supreme Namaste. This bhajan explains, a family is like a necklace. Family members who are parents, children, and grandparents, and even extended relations, are like pearls strung together to make up this necklace. When one member of the family dies, it is like the pearls have broken and they're all scattered. Or they all live together as one family for a couple of days. And now that one of their family has died, we don't know where they have gone. टूट गई है माला, मोती बिखर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, मोती बिखर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, मिलन की दुनिया छोड़ चले हैं, आज भी रहमी सपने। मिलन की दुनिया छोड़ चले हैं, आज भी रहमी सपने। कोई खोई नैनों में है, उजरे उजरे सपने, उजरे उजरे सपने। याद की गठरीले झुकाते नजर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, मोती बिखर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले, जाने किधर चले, जाने किधर चले।
Oh, thank you for that beautiful rendition. Thank you. And now, many of you already know this guy, a guy that has been with this family for 40 years, and I knew him maybe for most of those 40 years, because I'm married now for 40 years. Right. And he has spent a lot of time with the churches here. I think he started like even back when you were guys with Pandit Ramlal in the basement, and then we moved up to that floor upstairs, and they were instrumental in buying the Arya Spiritual Center. You were the president there at one point. No, Pops was the president, my father-in-law. And then you came here to the Gurukul in 2003. And he was the president since then. I don't know why they allow people to be president that long, but okay. And he has done an incredible job. And I've known him for the 40 years. And I just had to show him my beautiful costume was a gift from him and his wife. Okay. Bhai Krishan will now speak on behalf of the Gurukul, and he's the president of this Gurukul. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhai Derek. As I say, this family, I've been with this family for almost 40 years. And I met Bhai Jura and Bhai Renuka in the early 70s at Ho Avenue. At Ho Avenue. I think it was in 1970 or 71. Since then, I've known the two of them. Now, we are here at the Gurukul. We are very thankful that the Jura family, the Ghana family, and the Quini family use our Gurukul to celebrate the life of Mala. You know, Bhai Bosch talked about it, and I want to share some information to our people. You know, if you get the flu, it's a viral infection, but please see a physician. Because if you allow it to propagate, we have a physician here, might end up with bacterial infection, you end up in pneumonia. If it's not treated, it's end up with septicemia, and then you develop blood clots which will target and shut down all your organs. So my people, please don't take it lightly, the flu. Some people, you know, some people say the vaccine, they get sick. But the thing is, the flu can kill you. The vaccine prevent the flu from killing you. Please, my Gurukul people, my Guyanese family, please adhere to that. Take the vaccines that's available. Now to this family, I'm glad that the Gurukul was available for you to celebrate our daughter Mala's life. You know, I think I went to her wedding. By Derek, I went to Mala's wedding. And you know, look at that, at 59 years old, she has left us. But she left a legacy with her family. On behalf of the Gurukul, we thank you all for using this forum to celebrate her life. And also, to our people, the Gurukul is available for your special occasions too. Utilize the Gurukul. Thank you. Namaste. And we have a lot of food downstairs, so.
Thank you, Bhai Krishan. And now, Pandit Sai is going to do the final closing prayers for us and the final bhajan, right? Or a prayer. No, it's a prayer. Okay, Pandit Sai. Are you going to do it from there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. If you may all stand, please.
Let us all stand.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakt Jano ke sankat Bhakt Jano ke sankat Kshan mein dur kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विनसे मन का ओ स्वामी दुख विनसे मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा ओ स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति शान्तिपाठः ॐ द्यौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्मा शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की जय। वेदोद्धारक महर्षि दयानंद की जय। ब्रह्मर्षि स्वामी विरजानंद की जय। मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय। भगवती माता सीता की जय। योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। ॐ अन्नपते अन्नस्य नो देहि अन्नमेवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारश ऊर्जनो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
At this time, all those who want to come to reach the family, they can come forward. They will be right here. And then you all can go downstairs for your meal.
Okay, once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time off today with the coming snowstorm and tomorrow's Super Bowl. Thank you all for making the time and coming here. Have a good day, and may God bless us all.